95 days of semen retention, and I'm just on a mission, man. Like, I'm just on a mission at this point. Day by day, I still document so I can see and look back and, maybe motivate people, hold myself accountable, all that sort of stuff. But I'm just going out there and getting it done. That's it. Like, there's no like special whatever. It just makes me get everything done that I need to get done. That's that's the whole thing right there. That's how it goes. Like, once you get deep enough on this journey, it's like you don't really think about it too much. Some days you may be a little bit more lustful or whatever, but man, I'm getting in good rest. I'm getting in like great training. Just my body's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I just I feel better every single day, man. I like physically, mentally, as long as I keep my attention and focus on the things that I need to keep it a focus on, then just everything just feels inevitable. You know, I'm getting better and better in the gym. I just I'm just getting better. And that's all this journey is going to do for you. It's going to make you a better person. So why wouldn't you want to do this? Like, if you can maintain your sexual energy, and a lot of people will say like, "Oh, you don't need to like go this far within the journey. You can like limit yourself and all that." And I agree to a certain extent, but it's just, you know, it's just more of a promise to myself. Like, I don't think I should be having sex right now and doing all this stuff just for the sake of it. You know, I want to do it when I feel like I accomplished a lot of stuff. And then also I want to do it when it's really right. When I really like love somebody and it's really purposeful and meant for something. Otherwise, I don't care for it. I don't crave it anymore. I really don't. I crave my dreams. I crave my hunger. I want to just keep on moving forward with that, you know? I feel like a super soldier. The longer that I go on, I feel better and better and better. So why would I stop? Why would I stop? And oh, it could be placebo, bro. Oh, maybe it is. But it's helping. So placebo or not, it's helping my life in every single sort of aspect. So it makes me actually care about my life and actually want to change it and do better. So why would I go against that? Why? You know what I mean? Just for a cheap rush of just, having sex with a random woman that I know deep down in my heart I do not care about. And I'm just going to have to just play these games with just to just, fuck around with her. Even though she might, beg for it or whatever. I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck. I just want to get better. I just want to get better in every single way. I want my balls to just keep on filling up. I want to just get better, man. And that's all I'm doing. Is getting better. Like 95 days in. And it doesn't feel like that long of a time frame. Like, the longer that I go on it, I just kind of like, I remind myself, like, oh, 95 days is a pretty long time. And now I've been just real consistent with everything in my life. Like, I've been posting these videos now for about 2 months. 1 to 2 videos a day. Long format, 20, 40-minute videos, 30-minute videos. However I'm feeling in the moment. And I just, like, I could easily just create, man. I'm super creative and I want to get more and more creative. Like, I just want to create more. Whether it's these videos or whether it's just like perfecting my physique and sculpting it the way that I want to. I'm just unfolding my reality exactly how I want to. And there's no better feeling than that. Sex does not feel better than that. I'm telling you right now. Like, it feels great, of course. Like, you're human. But overall, it doesn't feel better. It doesn't actually push you forward. You know, really think about it. What is having sex going to do for you in this moment in time? Nothing. Probably nothing. You know, unless you're trying to have a kid and you're really like madly in love. Okay, that's different. You know, if you got a girlfriend, a really good one by your side, she really supports you in your dreams and all that, that's a real good thing, you know? And that's okay if, you know, you feel like you need to. But I'm in a position in life where that's not like my reality. I don't have somebody that I love at all. So why would I try to force that or whatever when I could just keep going on this journey? And yeah, it's going to be lonely. At times, it's going to be lonely. But you have to be alone to really like transform and really just grow, in my opinion, in order to actually get things done and just, you know, be on this mission. I really don't care for it. You know, any movie character in like an awesome like action film or something like that, they're not sitting around with their girlfriend, you know, just chilling, just doing whatever, doing stupid boyfriend girlfriend shit, which I mean is cute in the moment, like I've done all that before. But somebody who's on a mission, you know, isn't doing all that. They're on a mission. They gotta get things done. They gotta, you know, they gotta. In the Rocky movie, you know, he's on a mission. He's gotta win that fight. You know, just whatever your mission is, big or small. Whether you're, you know, in the military or whatever it is, you're a football player, you're this, you're that. Man, my journey, my mission is just, you know, getting better, man. Getting better. And yeah, it's a great mission. I want to keep growing my body, making my body just this perfect, just like specimen of it. Just, you know, I want it to be like, yo, what the hell is that? You know, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? Kind of a body, you know? So I want to really perfect that. I want to get better with that. And having a girlfriend, that would not help me at all, you know? And making more money, starting my business, needing all of my time and attention, all my dreams, it's not going to be conducive to having a girlfriend, because when you have a girlfriend, you need to give them a lot of time and attention, which is part of it. But if you don't have that time and attention to give right now, it is a-okay to not have that. Like, stop thinking that you have to just have certain things or do certain things, because that's just the societal norm. You know, oh, you're a certain age, you should have a girlfriend, you should be married, you should do this, you should do that, right? When most normal people, I would never want to fucking be like. You know, most normal people, their lives, I mean, maybe it's good for them, but seeing their life, oh my God, that would suck for me. That would be a fucking tragedy. You know, I would hate my life if, you know, it was any sort of normal sort of existence. You know, I need this, you know, epic mission at hand all the time. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever get to a point where I'll try to like settle again, but because I've maybe gotten to that point before, but not really. Yeah, I can't settle for nothing. You know, I need to just keep going on my mission and just keep getting better, keep gaining knowledge, keep just evolving and seeing my potential. And within that journey, I don't care for a woman to be by my side, this, that. I don't care for it. Yeah, it would be cool, but you know, most great leaders in history, they don't have that. They don't need that shit. You don't need that. Understand that. If you're a man, you don't need that. It could be a nice little bonus, but you don't need that. And usually you are better off without that. If you're actually able to control your lust, and control your mind and your attention, and then you just give it your all and really just, you know, grind it out, you can do anything. If you're persistent with your pursuit and you're real just consistent with everything that you do and you do all the proper things, you will get things done. You will get shit done. And it may take a while, it may take a couple years. That's not really a long time in the long run of things. You know? I know, like, guaranteed I'll be a millionaire by 35, the latest. Very latest. But I'm very okay with it. You know? That's fine. 35, a millionaire, doing things that most people could never do, and being in like the best shape of my life, being in my prime, making sure I take care of all that as well. Man, what do I have to fear? I'm gonna be afraid that, oh, there's just no woman left anymore. If I want to make the choice to settle down now, oh no, there's just no woman anymore. Come on now, what the fuck is that? It's just a loser mindset, you know? When I'll just be a much better person at that age, you know? If I want to have kids, I'd be a much better father if I start having kids at, like 35, because I've developed myself and really gave myself all the time that I needed to just become the best version of me before I even have kids. And then still, while I have kids, become better. But I'm already starting from a really good point, you know? A lot of people just wing it. A lot of people just wing everything in life. Just, oh, fuck it, man. Let's just have sex with no condom. Ha 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 ha. And then end up having a kid. And then, oh, we'll figure it out, kind of a thing. And then that's usually what, absolutely destroys a relationship, a marriage, all that stuff. So, if everything is in my control right now, why would I mess that up? You know? Why would I mess that up? Why would I just go jerk off right now and fuck everything up? Just for the sake of it. Why would I go fuck some random woman right now just for the sake of it and fuck everything up? Why? Well, I'm so just on my purpose and I feel better and better and better every day. That would be literally fucking retarded to fucking do that. It would be stupid as fuck to go against everything that, is making me progress forward right now. Yeah, fuck it. Let me just go against all that. Just because it's the normal thing to do. Dude, you're taking it too serious. Just bang woman, bro. Like, I've done all that before. It doesn't fucking do anything for me, man. Like, I already know this. What the fuck? Maybe you're at the stage now where you're fucking a bunch of women and, you think it's all glorious and glamorous and all that. I understand it. Like, everybody's young at some point. But, man, I'm way fucking past that, man. At a certain point, you gotta understand, like, okay, what do you want out of life now? It's not only about, how many women you could sleep with. I still can absolutely sleep with women if I wanted to right now. But I don't at all. So why the fuck would I do that? Why would I do that? And the funny thing is, anyone in my position would fuck, whatever woman, gives them any sort of attention. Like, a lot of people will call me crazy, like, bro, like, yo, she's so bad, she's talking, bro, why don't you do it? Like, no, bro, what the fuck are you, like, why would I want to jeopardize my, sanity over, like, nothingness? I understand to you that may look like she may be the baddest woman ever, this, that, but, bro, it's just a woman. Like, what the fuck? I want purpose and I want, conquest. The fuck? That's my journey. I want conquest. I want more and more and more out of myself. I want to beat the shit out of myself to see, what kind of potential do I have? How much does it take for me to give up? And then just try to get better from that. And just, like, grow and grow and grow. That's all I want. I don't want no woman. Fuck. fuck is that gonna do for me? And that's just how you gotta think, man. Like, if you're actually somebody chasing some sort of dream or trying to do something with your fucking life, understand that nobody will understand. No normal person will understand. Not your grandfather, not your father, not nobody, not your friends. They're probably gonna make fun of you and call you, gay for this or that because you're not, fucking with women, But whatever, man. They're just opinions. Who gives a fuck? Because when you make all that money and you become that type of person that just, is just so fired up by life within their 30s and 40s, and they're just always fired up by life and they don't understand how, and then they try to ask you and try to ask for help, just tell them go fuck themselves, because they didn't understand and they never will. But you're not here to convince anyone. You're just here to maybe convince the people that maybe understand and are actually along the journey. Because when doing something like this, you're gonna get way more hate than love. I'm telling you right now. But that's how you know you're doing something right. That's how you know you're doing something good. That's pushing something forward, So who really gives a fuck about anybody's opinion? Imagine if anybody, who wanted to be great cared about people's opinions. And then they just stopped. They just stopped on their passions and all that shit. The fuck is that, man? Some pussy shit. But yeah, man, 95 days in and a little bit redundant, but yeah, I'm getting more creative. I'm getting more sleep now and everything. So I really have a lot more energy. I'm not really going to be around negative people for the next 2 weeks because, I'm not going to be working the next 2 weeks. And I could really just focus all my energy on this, which is incredible. And yeah, I love this shit. I love the journey that I'm on, and I wouldn't give it in for the world. I love you guys, like always. Story.